Yeah. I'm gonna buy that one and that one. All of it. I need it all. Do you want it though? Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Cam Newton and the New England Patriots versus Justin Herbert and the Oklahoma City Lancers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Lancers and the New England Patriots.
Try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for visiting Oklahoma City, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Lancers.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long.
Let's go deep.
On second down, Eckler. 20. There he goes. And all the way in for the touchdown. Austin Eckler. His 6th touchdown of the season, and his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
And maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Michel, the ball carrier.
The numbers a week ago for Michel. 22 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league. You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line.
They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lancers 7, Patriots 0.
That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
19-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to...
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Patriots
3. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free.
The first down pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by...
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Patriots will use this. Had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Incomplete. Results in a fourth down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Now a timeout coming here defensively. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Patriots
6. The field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Patriots.
1 second left in the half. On is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight two-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get... Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sack. Brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To throw on third down. Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground.
The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Trying to get it with Snell. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. If he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity.
And they'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down. Guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Eckler, the ball carrier. Tackle made.
That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And the lead is up to 5. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll hand this to Michel to get things started. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Again, it's Michel. And he's got some space here. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward.
2nd and 7. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 50, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On the ground with a tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Snell. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down.
Lancers 17. Patriots 9. 35-yard line.
Throwing again. Newton. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot.
Offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is incomplete.
Newton's pass incomplete from the contact.
Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's checking.
They snap it to Newton. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
At the 8.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. On 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Badgley's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
20, Patriots 9.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete to Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
For the Patriots.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season.
Life is what you make it. My shit been amazing. I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on shit I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've